Hey, good top of the morning to you, whosoever's. This is Tony, whosoever's. Today is how do we want to call this series? We'll call this series "Principalities and Powers and Dominions Within the Church," or how would we call it? Spiritual warfare. We'll call it that. So let me show you guys. If you know what an obelisk is, it represents the seed of Satan, and all the people who worship Lucifer have that symbol. You'll find them in your graveyards. You'll find them in your churches. You'll find them outside of St. Peter's Square, and you'll find them in Watsonville. But see, guys, the best way to hide something is out in the open. That's what principalities and powers and dominions are, guys. You hide it out in the open, but most people don't see it. You know, guys, the church is a principality in a sense, but a good principality. It represents the Lord. And what I want to share with you is what an obelisk is. Obelisk is there's two promises in the Bible: the promise of the Messiah, which is Jesus Christ, and the seed of the serpent, which is Satan. So people in high places worshiping Satan, and let me show you guys obelisk out in the open. So the sun comes through it, which is Baal worship, and then that's the shaft of Baal. So if you look, you'll see the obelisk, the base of it. The base of it is right there, and it's a pyramid. We have a pyramid within an obelisk. And you know, really, what an obelisk is self-righteousness. You know, my pastor was a ex-Seventh-day evangelist, and he gave his life to the Lord. And you know, I'm not saying that Seventh-day Adventists aren't saved, because they're part of the church. But as you can see, you know, you'll have obelisks. You know, the pastor stands about right there and gives the message. You know, they believe that you have to keep the Sabbath to be saved, which is, you know, you don't have to keep any of the laws to be saved. Salvation is by faith through grace. So again, guys, you know, when the Lord revealed that to me, I was like tripping out, like, whoa, you know, this is so out in the open. But see, guys, Satan wants you to trust in your own works, your own goodness to be saved. You know, an obelisk is the seed of Satan, the coming beast of Revelation, the lawless one, the man of sin. You know, if you knew that symbol representative, you know, it was in, you know, Egypt too, and some other places in the world. If you knew, if you read your Bible, and the children of Israel got in trouble because they worshiped Baal and the Queen of Heaven and all these other things, that you would think, you know, if I build a church, you know, I'm not going to put any of these symbols. You know, it's like having a pentagram, I guess, inside the church, and you got to be careful, guys. You know, remember, the sheep and the goats will mix until the very end, and you know, God is going to be able to separate the sheep and the goats. You know, and my goal is that people say, "Oh, wow, you know, Tony's right. There is an obelisk in the middle of, you know," and there's another one actually over here. I'm going to show you it, which is a all-seeing eye pyramid. It's the all-seeing eye pyramid, and it has a 33 on top, and I'll show you this. So I'm going to pause it. First time I'm using these camera to do podcasts, you know, revealing principalities and powers and dominions. So I'm going to take you to the next Seventh-day Adventist church down the street. I'm going to share with you how I see the all-seeing eye in the pyramid out in the open.